I like my truth uncensored. My whole network viral. 12 and a half get you a quarterback. I got them shits flying like spirals. I like my
we heard it in the excerpt, and I think it sounded like 50 Cent was on Drink Champs, but he sounded kind of faded, to be honest with you. But he said he didn't have beef with Ja necessarily, it was Supreme. He didn't have beef with Game necessarily, who was Jimmy Henchman's manager or consultant at the time. He had it with Jimmy. So I don't know. I mean, the shit runs deep.
Yeah.
We all know it's what between the beef between 50 and Supreme. So I don't know. 50's involved with some shit, man. It's just, it runs deeper than what we know sitting here talking amongst two brothers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, man, we'll definitely move on from that particular topic today. But you're tuned into the Uncensored Truth podcast with your brother, Oh God and Sam. Man, now Meek Mill the other day was out in Vegas, where he pretty much was trying to book a hotel spot for him and his team to stay. And Meek Mill immediately uploaded this video on Twitter. We're going to talk about this, Sam, man, after I play this. Here's Meek Mill in front of the Cosmopolitan Hotel in Las Vegas.
Yeah. Yes. At this time, with the information we have, we're refusing to do business with you. We have the right to do that.
What information? But not refusing to do business with me. You telling me I'll be arrested if I don't leave. If I walk downstairs and get something to eat, I'm gonna be arrested for what? For being a rapper? For what? For what though? But what did you officially protest me for? For what? How?
Sir, yes. Who do we get the details from? Because
say no more. We out. Let's say no more. Let's go.
Vice President.
Send me that video.
All right, so that's Meek, you know what I'm saying, in front of the Cosmopolitan, and I'm gonna defer this one to you first, because I know you've done a lot of the hotel casino work. And what do you know about the policies, first and foremost, about them kind of refusing somebody to come in? What type of, you ever heard of that?
Everything about the policies. Me being a decade in this particular field, in particular, being in a nightclub, doing formal evictions, writing up paperwork, understanding how this shit go. Right. So what they're saying is right now is that Meek Mill was involved in a situation prior to him coming back to that building at that night during that evening, where he was involved in a situation where they deemed it necessary for him to be formally evicted. Now, when somebody's formally evicted, you usually have people in place that were involved, security guards, nightlife people, representatives, whoever's seen the incident. They write formal statements. What happened? How did it happen? Where did it happen? Your recollection of it. They do all of this. They compile all of this stuff. And then they put it into a report. This report gets documented. If they can't get your picture at the time, they don't put it. They put your real name in there. If they don't know your real name, they put your aliases, things like that. And they put you on the list. You're not allowed to come back. The only way you can get off of these lists is if you write a letter to the manager of security, director of security, stating what happened and why you feel like you shouldn't be formally evicted.
Right.
So when he walked up there, they were basically saying that he was formally evicted from property. Now, whether he was or not remains to be seen, because what I also know in security is they do a lot of funny fucking shit.
Yeah.
They do a lot of funny shit. They get scared and nervous when certain rappers come into the building. They automatically assume, because they hear this rapper's name and they may be affiliated with this or that they're going to be shootouts and they're going to be this and they're going to be that. And it just blows my mind. Now, like I said, if Meek Mill was involved in a situation and his lawyer does subpoena it, we'll find out, because there will be documentation stating what happened.
Distinct stench of racism to you, because that's been thrown around. People are saying they didn't want Meek to enter the building because he was a black rapper.
I'll tell you this. A lot of people will say, I'm not racist. I'm not racist. Oh, I love black people. I love this. I love that. I hear that a lot in the casinos. If you're afraid of him because of his skin color, does that still deem racist? If you don't let him in because you're scared of what potentially could happen, because it's racism.
Right.
It's fucking racism. And too many times I've been in situations in a nightclub where I've seen black people get pulled out of a hallway to get spoken about when alcohol and things. And I've seen a number of amount of security that adds there. And then I've seen other people get pulled out and the number of security around there. There's a certain fear level that just comes with us in that, especially in environments that don't want us in there anyway, because when you listen to the styles of music, when you listen to it just doesn't typically cater to us.
It goes deep. Yeah,
it goes deep. And then I was talking about yesterday, as far as even the nightlife, you can have one particular set of people that may be cool with a promoter, somebody that has Jordans on that can go in there. Let 4 or 5 of us come in there with Jordans. We're not walking in the door unless we play 4,000 or 5,000 for a bottle that they're going to force us to drink on and get us out of there in the next hour and a half. So you're going to make us spend $4,000 only for us to rush through the table. You had a bottle service not being cool, being rude, being ignorant, drop us off a bottle and a half, and then get us out of there so they could flip the table to the next person that they got ready to come in. Just they don't cater to our service. I've seen a lot of people in the comment section saying, oh, well, black people fight too. Black people, oh yeah, black people get down in the club. We do, but let me tell you something. You don't rarely see black people fighting in Vegas and fighting in Atlantic City. I was in a nightclub for 10 years, and let me tell you why. Motherfucking cover charges are $50, $60, $70, $80, $90.
Right.
You got to get decked out. Like I said, dress code is very particular. So if I'm coming out, I got to come out nice. I got to come out decked out. I got to have some money. Either I'm getting bottle service, which is going to cost me a couple bands, or I'm going to pay cover charge, which is going to cost me a couple bands. Me and my people drinks. It's going to be an expensive night. I'm not about to waste it fight no fucking dude. You out of your mind. It's not happening.
Right.
So our level ain't even on that I'm about to look for some bullshit. It's not happening.
Right.
On top of the fact that we already know law enforcement isn't on our side. We know this. People going out like that in those environments, Atlantic City, Vegas, they're not out there looking for trouble.
Right.
But because people are so fucking afraid, when we come out, there's power behind it.
Yeah.
That fear level automatically snaps. And it's just extra attention getting put on it. People saw Meek Mill. We already heard the situation. We talked about it when him at the concert with the bystanders being shot and him potentially have to. That could have been circulating around because motherfuckers start Googling the second they hear a name. Fear. Nah, we're not letting him in here.
Yeah, I think, you know, all of the above, you know, I think racism is definitely, you know, right at the front and center of this. I think that he wasn't allowed in simply, you know, one, because he was black, two, because he was a rapper, two, probably because his entourage looked intimidating. You know what I mean? Coming in there.
Like, no, they scared.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Big black dudes with beards, you know what I mean? Coming in there, whatever. It's just intimidating, you know, to them. I mean, even talking to the nightlife thing, you know, I know you can attest to this. You know, too many blacks get in there, it's jumping, they'll change the music up, you know what I mean? So they'll get out of there.
Black Kryptonite. I heard him from a promoter or owner of Atlantic City Casino who now owns a Vegas nightclub said that very word on the radio. Put EDM music on is Black Kryptonite. Get the blacks out.
Right. And then, you know, it's sad, even down to the dress codes and, you know, everything. You know, I'm sure you know, my dad used to always tell me this. Everything they will ban will be typically things that black people will wear, whether
no white tees,
no white
tees, baggy
hats,
jeans, no Timbs,
jerseys. So, you know, this stuff is very real. And that's why we call this the Uncensored Truth Podcast. We cannot wait until it's exclusively, you know, we rocking on iTunes so we can be raw on this joint, because this is just what it is. You know, now Meek Mill did say that he's going to get his lawyer, his team involved, you know, with this. And, you know, it's just crazy, man. It's just a hotel. Obviously, guys want to come in and stay. That, you know, they could be guys at the door, like security, like a stopping this man, like he's a criminal from entering this place of business that anybody should be able to walk into. I think it's absurd, man, but this is America. You shouldn't be surprised.
Let me tell you something, because Cosmopolitan has released a statement. This was within the last hour that I'm reading on right now. Now, a rep for the hotel told your boys at TMZ that they have a zero tolerance for discrimination, insisting Meek was not denied based on any racial bias. Meek was supposed to hit Marquee Dayclub at the hotel where DJ Mustard was performing. Now, their previous report was, and this is what we talked about in the beginning, was he was involved in a situation that they deemed necessary for him to be formally evicted from property. And therefore, if he would have stepped foot on property, he would be trespassing and get hit with a defiant trespass, therefore consequenting and being arrested. I've heard the fucking spill a million times, right? But now they're switching it up and saying they were at capacity. This is Meek Mill. Meek Mill. Everyone in the building is going to know who's in there. You got promoters understanding the money that's about to get thrown around in there once Meek Mill hits the building.
Yeah.
Don't fucking play me. Stop.
That's another point that you bring up. You know what I'm saying?
Stop.
This is the guy who's going to be the biggest attraction probably in that building.
Come on.
Let's just keep it above.
Meek Mill hits that DJ booth with fucking Mustard.
Right.
That shit's going wild. People,
right.
And Meek Mill's not going to buy bottles per se, because they're going to give Meek the bottles. No, the motherfuckers down there partying with the women that see Meek and know the party's about to get turned up. Oh, they got to throw money, because if I throw money, maybe Meekins going to see me. Maybe this. It just goes hand in hand.
And it's good for business, and now it's going to turn into something being bad for business for them, because the word is now going to spread. You know, and like we always say, man, just because you're thriving now don't mean you can't be out of it tomorrow if you don't keep your customer service, you know, up to par. So, you know, we'll see how this goes, you know, in the future. Definitely.
Indeed. And you know what? I want to say this because I've dealt with the greatest clientele when it comes to celebrities. I dealt with the shittiest of the shitty. And I could give you names that you probably love, will be surprised that were pieces of shit, and people that you thought were pieces of shit that were great people. So I'm not saying, I don't know how, I've never dealt with Meek Mill personally, so I don't know how he acts in and out of the nightclub. But you usually want to cater to those kind of people in that kind of environment because you understand the money they're going to bring in, and that's all that shit's about is bread.
Yeah, very, very, you know, great point right there. But that Meek put that video up the other day. That's our take here on the Uncensored Truth podcast. If you enjoy the content, no matter what platform you're listening on, go ahead and give us a like button, you know, or if you're listening on iTunes, Spotify, or Google Play, go ahead and hit the 5-star rating. Rate us, tell us what you think about the work that we do. I'm going to jump into this next story, Sam, man, your boy, your idol.
Oh, shit.
Dame Dash.
I like my truth uncensored. My whole network viral. 12 and a half get you a quarterback. I got them shits flying like spirals. I like my truth uncensored. My whole network viral. 12 and a half get you a quarterback. I got them shits flying like spirals. You're now tuned into the greatest. Motherfucker, you ain't never lie. If them people watching us like YouTube, then tell them motherfuckers like and subscribe. If the blunt stale, I still click a bell.